Giselle is actually here supporting you tonight, but just in full transparency, she came as Antonio Brown's +1. How does that?
With Kevin's no-filter humor, things can sometimes go a little too far and not everyone's always on board with it. Tom Brady felt that firsthand. Kevin wouldn't stop roasting him, and when the jokes started drifting into personal and family territory, even Brady wasn't feeling it.
You sometimes gotta fuck your coach. You know who else fucked that coach? Giselle. She fucked that karate man. No?
On Wild 'N Out, bringing Hart into the improv roast battle was pure chaos in the best way. He went all in, firing off jokes, roasting every single contestant, and casually reminding them what real improv looks like when it's done by one of the best.
So are you good with the ladies?
Am I good with the ladies? Why don't you just ask Mariah?
Pull it back. You don't need that fucking blonde shit on the top of your head, but you have it, don't you?
Well, ain't no, but he has his own hair shit.
Hart never misses a chance to troll anyone in sight, and during a live stream, he went after Drewski's blonde upgrade, only for him to instantly flip the spotlight right back onto Kevin's own constantly refreshed cover-up routine.
How about I just use my natural hair color? How about that?
Wait, Kev, you ain't got natural hair.
Now you better slow down. Now you better slow down. Hey, no, that's enough. Drewski?
Hart and Brady might be another one of those unexpectedly wild friendship duos, always roasting each other whenever they cross paths at award shows or celebrations. But on the greatest roast of all time, Kevin might have crossed the line a bit when he started joking about Brady's divorce.
Giselle is actually here supporting you tonight, but just in full transparency, she came as Antonio Brown's +1. How does that? What? What?
Stephen A. Smith has been impersonated plenty of times, but when Kevin did it, it wasn't just about copying the voice or mannerisms. It was pure trolling. Kevin roasting Stephen in Stephen's own voice and doing it in the most perfect way possible.
Oh, take my job. What you know? Well, all I gotta do is point to myself and talk loud and say a bunch of words that doesn't make any sense.
Winning awards usually comes with long speeches about struggles and hard work, but that's never really how it goes for Hart. Instead, things always spiral into something hilarious. And as usual, The Rock couldn't escape getting dragged into it either.
This one goes to all of the co-stars that I've had except The Rock, because he hasn't helped me. You've actually lessened my talent. It's went down since you've been in my life.
Kevin may be small, but his energy is way too much for the world to handle. During one award show, he and his crew were basically those goofy high school guys losing their minds over Nikki, and they couldn't keep it together for a second.
Hashtag body ain't a game. Hashtag I know that feet happy.
Yo, chill.
Turn up.
Charles Barkley was always one of Kevin's favorite targets, so when Chuck got a little smug and tried poking fun at Kevin's physique for his upcoming movie, he fired back instantly and flipped the roast right back on him.
Body ain't that good when you can just walk around without your shirt off.
First of all, if we're ever going to talk about bodies, I want you not to be the one to bring that conversation up. If you don't get out of here shaped like a beanbag that got sat in.
The beauty of Hart's encounters with his pals is the size difference between them, which makes it 10 times funnier. And honestly, when Hart tried pranking Shaq by hitting him with shoes, it looked more like a mosquito landing on his shoulder, all while Hart was probably shitting his pants. Hart is always funny, but when he stops caring and goes fully unfiltered, that's when things get wild. At the BET Awards, he went after the whole industry, and the roasts landed even harder considering all the mess that had unfolded the year before, especially with Diddy.
There's no after parties tonight, okay? None. Take your asses home after this. That's why I did it on a Monday. That's where shit gets slippery at them goddamn after parties, okay?
Hart never ran out of jokes for The Rock. Whether on set or in interviews, he always found a way to clown the big fella. But on The Ellen Show, the tables turned fast when Kevin tried trolling Rock for having all daughters. And Rock fired back with a savage comeback.
Another girl.
Yes, another girl.
Ah, he can't make boys.
Are you?
Well, once Kevin finds out who the dad is for his boy, it's got to be good.
With Hart on the halftime show, the NBA hosts already knew they were walking into a roast fest. And Kevin didn't disappoint, firing shots at pretty much everyone.
I don't even like the fact you're trying to show ass and it just pushed another piece of fat out.
The interview was already chaotic, but he really kicked it up a notch when he started trolling Kenny Smith's lips with some of the smartest, sharpest, and most culturally spot-on burns of all time.
I'm done, man. We cannot do it.
Yeah, you better be done, because if you smile fast enough, your lips will bleed. I'm on fire!
With all the trolling Kai Cenat has done with Rockeye over the years, It was only a matter of time before it came back to bite him in the funniest way. And Hart made sure of it when he nearly left Kai embarrassed after calling out his bad breath on a live stream in front of millions.
Say by the way again? By the way, woo, that was you. No, you gotta put that alcohol on your breath now. Because what you just did is not fair to me or my son in our home. You will not stay in my house.
No actor throws himself into a role quite like Kevin. He doesn't just act, he becomes the character. Kate quickly learned that the hard way, especially during their fake sex scene, seeing just how seriously Kevin took the whole thing.
When you're having fake sex, then you have fake babies.
You may have been having fake sex on your side of the bed, but on my side, I was tearing that.
Hart always found ways to spark fun on set, and the massive height difference with The Rock was already a playground for jokes. So when the duo met Anthony Joshua, an even bigger presence, Hart was anything but lost for words and doubled down on the jokes.
Thank you for having fun. No problem.
Wow, I just disappeared.
Hart might be a little guy, but he's loaded with a ridiculous amount of humor, especially the raunchy kind. And he never misses a chance to use it, constantly taking shots at his much bigger pals, from The Rock all the way up to Shaq.
Why are you dressed like a porn director?
And why you get your outfit at Kids R Us?
Shut up, man. Focus.
On Wild 'N Out, when Kevin Hart showed up as a guest, many contestants tried their hands at trolling the GOAT, thinking they'd really stand a chance against the improv legend. And well, Kevin instantly shut every single one of them with ruthless burns instead.
Are you like a travel-sized Chris Rock?
I want to introduce y'all to the first white woman who nipples touch, right here.
Hart and Snoop Dogg's roast battles were pure comedy gold, both constantly trying to outwit each other at every turn. At one point, Snoop thought he had Kevin cornered with a cheesy manhood joke, but Kevin quickly proved you just can't out-roast a true comedian.
Kevin's from Philadelphia, right? Just like Bill Cosby. And just like Bill Cosby, women can't tell when Kevin's inside of them.
Snoop Dogg is a rapper. Yeah, that's my aunt's favorite rapper. You know,
Whenever they share the screen, Dwayne Johnson stays in tough guy mode, but Kevin Hart always finds a way to throw him off. His constant improvising turns even serious scenes into moments where The Rock can't keep a straight face.
You think Mr. T and Sting and The Rock, you think those guys are real? That's a bunch of dumbass nicknames by a bunch of dumbass people.
While Jumanji: The Next Level had audiences on the edge of their seats trying to rescue Spencer on screen, behind the scenes, it was all about Carl.
Yeah, where's my grandson?
And remember, where's Carl?
Hart would randomly drop the iconic character's name from the first movie, and every single time it hit like kryptonite, making the cast crack up and completely break character.
Hey, where's Carl?
Yeah, where's my grandson?
Hey, where's Carl at, huh?
Hart's usually the one running the show when it comes to making people laugh. But on the Graham Norton show, Sofia Vergara flipped the script. She roasted him just like he's been roasting The Rock all these years, and it was so good that even Kevin couldn't hold it together.
Me, because I'm like a car, baby. You overheat me, I'm gonna shut down. Of course. You understand what I'm saying?
Totally.
Oh, he has a little battery.
The Hart Rock duo felt less like co-stars and more like a married couple that never stopped roasting each other. Every interview turned into full-on reality TV drama, so when The Rock tried taking credit for things he should have done years ago, Hart definitely wasn't about to let it slide.
You also just recently bought your mom a house?
Yeah.
That, like, makes me want to cry.
Yeah, no way.
$1 billion later, he finally bought his mama a house. All right, should we clap for that? It's about
For Kevin, his voice is a huge part of his comedy. His screams alone can have almost anyone losing it. You'd think losing his voice might tone him down, but it actually did the opposite. All that energy just funneled into his physical comedy, making every gesture and movement even more explosive and hilarious.
What's up? That was my kids.
Kevin has a special knack for trolling just about anyone without making them feel bad. From his buddy The Rock to Shaq, and practically every NBA legend, he somehow gets away with dishing out the most brutal insults every single time.
I achieved greatness. Shaq, you know what that feels like.
yes,
Kenny,
we do.
I know you know what that feels
Yes, yes.
All right, I'm gonna stop it right there.
When Steven changed his mustache, it quickly became the running joke for just about every guest who sat beside him. From Jamie Foxx to Kevin Hart, no one could resist teasing him about it. And every look at it had Kevin breaking character for real.
To America that you got that from listening to me, because that's what I've been saying all week.
Well, Steven, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to admit is that you need the rest of your mustache back. That's what I'm going to admit. Okay, that's...
Joking about Hart is tricky. Half the punchlines would fly right over his head. But that didn't stop him from making sure The Rock took most of the hits during their interviews.
Dwayne's got a tattoo right above his ass that says, "Come on."